Thank you. My name is Christy McLaughlin. I'm a congressional candidate. I'm here to urge that you recommend against mandatory masks because this conversation with the TDC encouraging mandatory masks is basically a bargain for abridging our personal liberties for economic gain. Now, I want to stress this very, very clearly. This is not a political issue. This is a constitutional issue, our fundamental rights that we are endowed by God with, and which are reserved and granted to the government for our protection, but we reserve our fundamental liberties. Now, the issue at hand, I did speak at the Cape Coral Council meeting just 2 days ago, and I read a quote from Alexander Hamilton from the Federalist Papers, in which he stated that there will always be an external threat that encourages even the most liberty-centric government to infringe on those personal liberties. But that is nothing but a temptation that must be denied. So when we discuss this issue of mandatory masks, I don't take COVID-19 lightly. In fact, Commissioner Solis, you've known me since I was 5 years old. You know my great-grandma, Paki. She turns 102 in 2.5 weeks. She lives with me. So I don't take this lightly. She's very at risk. But we take all the proper precautions. And we have personal liberties and personal responsibility that makes us make the proper choices for her health, not the government. We make those decisions. Now, mandating masks is just one step away from setting the precedent to mandate vaccines. And if we encourage mandating masks for economic gain, we're just starting to create a form of turmoil, which is going to lead us down a slippery slope of infringing on more and more constitutional personal liberties in the name of health care. This is dangerous, and this is not the choice of our local government, our state government, or our federal government. This is the choice of the people. It belongs to the people. This is our constitutional right, our fundamental right. So I urge you to please not recommend that we mandate masks in Collier County. Now, as for tourism, tourism has decreased because businesses were forced to close. Our beaches were closed, and there was nothing to do. Now, in fact, it's a deterrent. If you require masks, you will not be attending or going to a certain area. So I speak on behalf of the small businesses that were forced to close permanently and for the breweries and bars that are unable to be open now. Let them open up, let us get back to normal, and let us make our own choices. Thank you.
Your next speaker is Isaac Smith, and he will be followed